Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today's yoga practice is a full body stretch for flexibility. I am calling it full body. It's short and sweet, but I want you to find a little bit of space to move, and let's get started. All right, so we are going to begin today sitting cross-legged. So if you can bring the left leg in front of the right one first, even if that's your awkward way, let's start there. We're going to place our hands on our knees though, and as you take an inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, turn over towards the right, taking a twist. And maybe your left hand can reach for your knee or your leg somewhere. Press the ground away to sit nice and tall. And you might stay here just enjoying your twist. Or you could try to bring your shoulder towards your knee and maybe start to feel a stretch through your arm. And when the hand behind you leaves the ground, maybe you can reach it up and over. And that might take you further into a side stretch. It might bring your shoulder closer to your knee. And then using an inhale, find your way back up. So we're sitting tall in our twist again. Take a breath, press the ground away. And then using an inhale to face forwards. Now we can uncross our legs and cross them the other way. And just reset. Hands to the knees again. Taking an inhale to lengthen your spine. And exhale to twist over towards the left. Now maybe you can reach your hand for your knee. Press the ground away, sitting nice and tall. And you can stay here, enjoy the twist, or start to tip over. Lead with your shoulder, maybe towards your knee. And your other arm might start to lift and reach. And take you into a nice side stretch. Awesome, you guys. Using an inhale to lift yourself back up. Come back to your twist. Sit tall. Stay for a breath. And then using an inhale to face forwards once again. Now we're going to uncross our legs. You can give your knees a hug or a squeeze. And then we're going to try to tip over towards the left side a little bit. And if we can bring our foot beside our hip, lean back a little bit. So we're not sitting on our heel if possible, but it might be on the just outside of our hip. And you can bend your left leg, plant that foot on the ground. You can lean back as much as you want to, getting maybe into your hip, your quad, your knee and shin and foot, all the way through the leg. Just another breath or two here. And you can kind of tip over to the side again, maybe, to free up your leg, to shake out the knees, and then tip over to the right. Hug your heel in towards your glute or just to the outside of your glute. Try to sit, try to lean back a little bit. Feel it stretch through your leg, your quad. Just another breath here, and then you can tip back over and free up your leg. Once again, bring the knees together, give them a hug or a squeeze. And then we're going to send our legs out wide. So find a nice wide straddle. Nice inner leg stretch. You can point the toes up. You can sway your shoulders side to side a few times. See how your legs are feeling today. And then you might stay centered here with the upper body, maybe even leaning forwards. We can, though, add our side stretch back in by sitting tall first and turning the chest over towards the right side a little bit. And then maybe we will tip over, bringing our shoulder towards our knee again. Now your hand might be on the ground in front. If the elbow does touch, bring it to the inside of your leg so you can kind of press into it a little bit to keep your chest open. And then if your other arm wants to reach up and over, you might take a peek towards your toes. You might even lightly tap your toes or hold your foot. Take another breath up and use an inhale to rise. Lift the upper body. If you're folding over to this side, recenter yourself. Lengthening through the spine again, and you can start to turn your chest over towards the left. Maybe tipping over, leading with your shoulder, bringing it towards your leg, your knee. The elbow may or may not touch the ground, but if it does, kind of gently press, or it's kind of your tricep more than your elbow, maybe into the leg slightly, and reach that left arm up and over. Maybe you're taking a peek to your toe, but your hand does not need to touch it or hold it in any way. Just keep your chest open. Feel that stretch all the way through your body. Beautiful, you guys. You're leaning over to the side. Use an inhale to rise. Once you are seated tall, once again and centered, you can help your legs come all the way back together. Give your knees a hug or a squeeze. We're going to sit cross-legged one more time. Sit the awkward way if you do have an awkward way to sit cross-legged. Choose that side. Reach your arms in front and turn your thumbs down. You can cross your left hand over your right one. Bring your palms together. Dropping your hands to your belly and maybe pulling them up to the chin. Maybe away from the chin slightly. To feel your wrists, your forearms. Maybe a little love through your shoulders. If you do have your hands by your chin, unwind them. Bring them out in front. And then cross your right over the left. Palms together, interlace those fingers, and then maybe dropping the hands and pulling them up by the chin, maybe just slightly away from the chin. Allow your shoulders to fall from your ear. And then unwinding your arms, bring them in front, let them go from one another. You might want to take a little shake of the hands or a gentler wrist circle and massage. Use one hand to help the other. Awesome work, you guys. That is it. That is all for today. So thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.